What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm doing a special video pertaining to one Jeremy Hambly, aka the Quartering, aka the Flagmaster, aka the newest locale on the scene. That's right. And this is pertaining to his campaign of reporting and flagging channels, videos, and live streams to have them either removed, demonetized, or so on. Now, if you're following any of this going on with the Quartering, you've noticed that there have been multiple channels doing videos, doing streams, talking about the Quartering and talking about how he is false flagging, reporting channels, and getting them actually demonetized. Mainly Kino Casino, where of course he or someone pertaining to him got Kino Casino's clip channel taken down off of YouTube, and also Andy Worski's channel as well. The Quartering is doing his best, and a few of his minions are going around trying to help him to talk about how no, the Quartering had nothing to do with this, which we know isn't true, at least as it relates to the Kino Casino channels. We know that the Quartering has had conversations. There are leaked DMs between him and Josh Moon, where he specifically told Josh what he was planning on doing with Kino Casino, and literally the same day, everything he said in that DM came to fruition. So, okay, at the very least, we know that the Quartering had a hand in, the removal of Kino Casino's podcast. Now, of course, he's on Twitter, just spiraling. I mean, he even took a break for a week because the heat got too much. He's in a heated feud now with Yellow Flash. He's been ducking Yellow Flash, not going on his podcast to talk about these issues, and he's just being a big, just for lack of a word, a big bitch. That's what he's being. He doesn't want to be held accountable for his actions. Is resentful or pissed off that people will actually make videos and push back on him. So he posted this, which again was probably a drunk tweet, which I love here, right? This was back on the 11th, where he said, "It's getting wild, folks. Nobody at YouTube is talking about the Quartering and how he did or didn't flag someone down. They're just making shit up. It's honestly sad. Nobody knows why channels are being taken down." Well, Yellow Flash apparently has a contact over on YouTube, and he's a big enough channel there where he probably has his own contact. You know what I mean? Because the Quartering isn't just the only one who has clout. There are plenty of people out there that have their own representatives and contacts. Me myself, I actually have a contact myself as well. You guys know that anyone that watches or listens to my contact, I've had to reach out to my contact several times to help, with my channel. Also, I've actually helped a few other channels deal with, their channels being taken down or their demonetization or whatever. Right. So anyway, he posted here and mentioned that his contact at YouTube actually said and let him know that the issue with the Quartering and the flagging of channels, it has been escalated. So they know that someone is doing this to random channels. That's what they're doing. Right here, Flash posted on 26th update. After rejecting my appeal, it was changed back to approved. Okay, now that's what I wanted to quickly show right here. What's happening here is that allegedly, let's just say allegedly the Quartering, or someone he knows, either his Discord or a group of people he knows, or people that like the Quartering, what have you, whatever, it's tied to the Quartering. They're going and flagging content. They're flagging videos, they're flagging live streams, and there seems to be a pattern. It's the same notification. They're getting flagged for this right here. They're getting flagged for sexual content. And as you can see, I was flagged for the same thing. I was flagged for sexual content. Now, I don't have the notification here that says related to the sexual content thing, but let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. This is the podcast that got flagged the second time. DSP scams the IRS. Phil demands his Dents save the home. This was season 2, episode 79. This is the one that actually received the warning. I ended up getting a warning for the second time because the first warning was removed. If the first warning wasn't removed, I would have gotten a channel strike for the channel, and I wouldn't have been able to stream for a week, right? Thankfully, the first one was removed by YouTube. This was the second one. As you can see, it was rejected. It just was flat out rejected. Literally like 20 minutes after I appealed it, it was rejected. And that's when I reached out to my contact, because I figured, okay, the quartering is involved somehow. Either the quartering or his Dents or the people on his Discord, what have you, they're getting flagged. And did you notice a pattern? It's the same thing. They're getting rejected, and then when you contact YouTube, they reverse it. They go ahead and reverse it. Same thing happened with my channel. Now this is what I want to quickly show you as proof. Here is I received this 4 days ago. Now I think it was actually I think I got this on Friday. So Friday YouTube did reach out to me. The partner program did reach out, and they said, I hope you're doing well today. This is Fiona. By the way, Fiona is not my contact, so I'm not going to say who my contact is. But she did send me this email, and she said, great news. Our review concluded that your video complies with the community guidelines. We restored it, reversed all associated channel activities, and confirmed that your channel is no longer penalized for the previous removal. For more information, here it is: nudity and sexual content policy. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so that was removed. So as of right now, I have no warning, nothing. I have nothing on my channel. My channel is clean. I reached out to my contact on YouTube and said, hey, remember I reached out last week, let you know what was going on, and I said, did you get a chance to look at it? The representative did come back to me and said he reviewed my channel and noticed that there were 12. I ended up getting 12 reports on my channel. 10 of them were for videos. So the Kino Casino videos, all of them were for Kino Casino. 10 of them for Kino Casino clips that I re-uploaded. All of them got rejected. None of them got hit. And the thing was, every single one of them were flagged for the nudity and sexual content policy. Every single one, but they didn't get through. The 2 that did get through were for my live stream. Now, the representative did tell me that, the YouTube system, when they get a large amount of reports for sexual nudity contact, there is an opportunity where the system will just shut down the stream. And I told my representative, I said, well, my stream wasn't taken down. I was able to finish my stream. Everything was good. There were no problems with it. And it wasn't until like a day later where it was taken down for sexual nudity. He said sometimes it just takes the system a little bit longer to review the reports and flag the content. He did say that he did see that YouTube did reverse both of my warnings, right? And I said, okay, cool, I'm glad. I asked my contact, I said, can you tell me who's doing this? And he said, I can't tell you who's doing this, but we know who is doing it. So he did say that we know he's doing it. Now, the reason why I wanted to highlight that little fact here is because the quartering over here posted this on the 11th and said nobody at YouTube is talking about the quartering. Now, again, I don't know if it's the quartering that's fully doing this or a representative or what. But this nonsense here that he's trying to state that no one's talking about the quartering flagging is not correct. It's not correct. All right. So I just wanted to put this out there because there's just a lot of shit going on. And I wanted to let you know that my channel was impacted twice. I ended up getting two community guidelines for the nudity and sexual content. Thankfully, both of them were removed. Now, my rep did tell me how to handle this if it happens again, my contact. And this is what I want to put out there. So my representative said that if your content gets flagged for the nudity and sexual content, right, do the appeal, submit your appeal. It's more than likely going to get rejected, right? If it gets rejected, what he told me is, don't reach out to Team YouTube on Twitter. He said that does really nothing. It does nothing. When it comes to copyright warnings, stuff like that, Team YouTube on Twitter can't do anything. They can handle issue like if your channel gets stolen or that type of stuff. They can kind of help with those type of things. But if it comes to copyright issues or warnings or whatever, they can't help you with that. So he said what you're going to want to do is appeal the the community guideline strike or the warning. Once it rejects, he said contact YouTube support via the chat system, right? Let them know what's going on, reference the issue, like I would bring up that there is someone mass flagging, and he also said also include other channels where you think that that's pertaining. So, Casino, Yellow Flash, any of those folks, right? Just reference that and then ask them to escalate the issue, to escalate it. What they will do is escalate it. Now, sometimes it takes a little bit more than a couple days for them to review it, but they will eventually come back and review it. He said 9 out of 10 times, if your content does not have any nudity or have any sexual content, they will reverse it and remove the strike. He said that's the best way to do it. So if you're one of these people that are getting flagged by the quartering or his minions or what have you, that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to appeal it. Once it rejects, go into your YouTube studio, chat with a representative via the chat feature, let them know what's going on. Make sure you have your video. The other thing is don't delete the video. Don't delete the video. Make sure that you have the name of the video or the stream. If you have a link, even better. Don't remove it. Submit it to your chat. Let them know what's going on. Tell them that you want to escalate this issue. And then also at the very end, you have an opportunity to email yourself the chat. The transcript of the chat. Make sure to email yourself, because if they take longer than a week, you can respond to that. You can respond to YouTube and send them that chat history and say, look, it's being escalated, but I haven't heard anything, right? So that's what you're going to want to do, folks. Okay. If you're one of these channels that get hit by the quartering, let me know. I can't guarantee that I can help you in any way. My contact was a really nice guy. I met him last year, and he's been very helpful about 1.5 years ago. So, I'm not guaranteed that I can help you with anything, but I can try. You know what I mean? And thankfully, just to let you know, they are aware of this issue. So if you do get it, don't worry. Don't worry. Just appeal it and then reach out to YouTube chat, support chat. Let them know what's going on and make sure to escalate the issue. That's what you're going to want to do, okay? Don't go to Twitter. Don't yell at Team YouTube, whatever. The other thing, too, is I would recommend is don't say anything. Like, don't say anything. Don't make a video about it. Don't scream about it. Don't DM or message the quartering or whatever, because it kind of shows and exposes that what they're doing is impacting you. That was the main reason why I decided not to say anything about my two strikes. Or my 2 strikes for the sexual content, nudity content, was because I didn't want them knowing that they were getting through or impacting me. Okay, but at this point right now, I think YouTube is aware and they know that this is happening. So I doubt that I'm going to get another issue. If I do receive another issue, my contact just told me just reach out to me, so I'm not too worried about it. All right. The one good thing is that usually when this type of gay ops happens, it runs its course. Like, it usually runs its course. It'll go for a couple weeks and then it'll stop. YouTube does get aware of it and they do clamp it down. It's very similar to Superhound and him flagging DSP clippers and so on, flagging videos. The last time that happened was back in April 2024, where he managed to take down about 20 different channels. And within about a 3-week period, YouTube was aware of it and they clamped that shit down. They escalated. They found out that there was someone that was false flagging doing false copyrights, and they ended up terminating that channel. And they restored all the videos. They restored all the channels. They restored their monetization. Every single one of them that got flagged for that nonsense. So it does take time. It is frustrating because, yeah, it is your channel, and sometimes if you get multiple strikes, you can't stream or your channel can get demonetized. But don't fret, just report it. Don't ignore it, report it. All right. Well, that's all I have. Hopefully I don't have to make another video about this nonsense, but I think I'm okay. The one thing too is I think this impacts live streamers more than it does video makers, because it seems like there's a brigade of flaggers. That's right, flaggers. You can remove the L word. There's a brigade of flaggers that are looking for live streamers talking about the quartering and Kino Casino, and they're just mass reporting them. I don't know exactly who that is. I don't know. Allegedly, it's the quartering, or it's people, his minions, his Discord, his mods, who I don't know who it is, but it's someone related to the quartering, all right? And I really hope that YouTube does an investigation and clamp down on this bullshit. And if it is the quartering, I hope he gets the same treatment that Kino Casino got, all right? And I'm not a big fan of deplatforming people or taking down channels. I think channels should be able to say and do kind of pretty much whatever they want within the terms of service. And they shouldn't be deplatformed. I get credit, I get shit on all the time because I say I don't think DSP should be deplatformed unless he does something that's against the terms of service. But I'm not purposely calling for it because I don't think that's cool. I just don't. I think the way you make changes, you just stop watching their content. But right now, with all this nonsense that's going on with the quartering, you know what? If YouTube decides that he broke protocol and he's doing something inappropriate, and his channel gets gets taken down for it, so be it. So be it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you're running into the same issue, reach out to me via DMs or whatever. Let me know if I can help in some way, but don't worry. This nonsense will stop soon enough. Don't worry about it. So, alrighty, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.